Hey Bible lovers, I'm Tim Nichols and I'm here to bring you your Nichols Worth. Today we're featuring the New King James Version of the large print wide margin reference Bible that just came out. Actually, it's not officially released, although they're already selling it. It is officially released on the 20th of April, but here it is in my hand, ready for you to look at from Thomas Nelson. It's the large print wide margin reference Bible. As always, the Premier Collection comes in a beautiful box. It has your paper cover. Look at here, it opened right up for me. And then your beautiful goatskin cover. Man, it smells so good. I mean, right when you open the box, it is soft, it is smooth, it is flexible. They use the cowhide liner, nice thick edge lining. You got your perimeter gold. They chose to not put it in the hollow here, which is a stylistic choice. Some of them they do, some of them they don't. Black headband, 3 double-sided 3/8" satin ribbons. Look at the gilding on this thing. Very, very even. I mean, they just went for it on this thing. It's a 10x8 footprint. It's massive, it's heavy, 4.5 pounds, but man, I tell you what, this thing has it everywhere it counts. Now, there are some compromises, and that's something you're going to have to know whenever you get a Bible that has some things but doesn't have other things. There's a reason for it. Number one, there is no bottom margin space. The reason there's no bottom margin space is because they decided to give you the translator notes and your cross references. So that's a compromise. Also, there's no gutter space. The reason there's no gutter space is it's a 10.5 point font, and it's double column, and it's verse by verse. So they're giving you all these options, and you have this 1.5 inch margin space. This thing is beautiful. Beautiful through and through. And again, you're going to have compromises in every Bible. So if you want your margin space all the way around, this isn't going to work out for you. But if you want a little bit of note-taking space in your margins, and you want your references, and you want the double column, and you want the verse by verse, and you want the 10.5 font, this is what you want. It's thick. It's 1.5 inches thick, but the reason is because this is 36 GSM European paper. There is absolutely no ghosting on this thing. Look at that. The line matching makes it just perfect. Even where there is no text backing it, your ghosting is very minimal. And then I want you to check this out. Look at the, oh, here's some poetic settings in case you want to see it. Gives you a little more, and look at all the meat in the translator notes and the cross references here. But the red letter in this thing is just, whoo, look at that. That has to be about the best red letter I have ever seen. This thing lays straight in the text block. It's just absolutely stunning through and through. They stop the book on the page that it ends. They don't try to cram another one in there, so you got a ton of note space there as well. And then when you get to the end, man, this thing smells so good. I just can't get over it. Has a nice little concordance. And then, of course, you have your Thomas Nelson maps in the back. So, man, this thing's beautiful. One little knock. The spine is a touch off center, especially down here. Stuff like that kind of bugs me, but it's not a huge deal. It's cosmetic, but that is something you may want to take note of. I don't know that it's going to be a big issue, but it is on mine. But goodness, through and through, this thing is everything you could possibly want. If you like the New King James, you could even preach with this. I mean, look, I'm going to hold it. I'm going to hold it with the center. Now, you notice it's good and floppy. But if you turn your hand a little bit sideways, you can hold this in your hand. You can preach with it. It is a bit heavy. It's going to lay flat on your desk. So let's do one more test. We're going to do the lay flat test. Now, number one, you're going to notice the hump in the middle from that edge lining. That's going to work itself out. There is a little bit of spine cockle. Not a much, but just a touch. But this is a thick Bible. So let's go back to, we're in Leviticus. We're laying flat. Let's keep going. We are in Genesis. Check it out. We're laying flat. All right, let's go to Genesis 8. Still laying flat, but you notice that edge line hump right there. And then finally, look at there. We're at the very beginning. We're laying flat. No issues. This thing is cool. Of all the Premier collections that I've gotten, this one is my favorite. It is such a bummer that little part there is just a little off center, but I guarantee you that's probably not a big issue. Yours will probably be fine, but man, beautiful. Anyhow, there you have it. Keep calm. Jesus on. This is your Nichols Worth.